Welcome back to ABC General Hospital spoilers, where Port Charles never sleeps and the line between redemption and ruin is as thin as ever. In this latest chapter, the emotional storm brewing between Jason and Carly finally breaks, while Nina makes a move that could alter not only her fate but also the fragile peace of the Corinthos family. Each moment drips with tension and unspoken history, as loyalty, guilt, and ambition collide in ways that leave no one untouched. It all begins when Jason, still haunted by the chaos left in his wake, finally finds Carly. The woman he has known for decades now seems like a stranger, distant, closed off, and consumed by something she refuses to name. Her silence cuts deeper than any accusation could, and it's clear that this isn't just about the past. She tries to disguise her resentment as strength, pretending that her coldness is merely a response to his secrecy about Jocelyn's WSB ties, but Jason senses that it runs much deeper. The woman who once stood by his side through gunfire and betrayal is now hiding her own dangerous secret, and the more Jason presses, the more determined Carly becomes to push him away. Jason's instincts sharpen as the walls between them rise higher. He's seen this kind of behavior before, the restless energy, the obsessive need to fix something beyond her control. It's the same energy Carly once had before every major storm that hit their lives. What he doesn't realize yet is that she's not merely trying to recover from betrayal, she's planning an act of defiance that could change everything. Carly has her sights set on Brennan, and this isn't a move driven by survival, it's vengeance. Every sleepless night, every calculated conversation has been part of a larger strategy to dismantle Brennan's power and make him pay for what he did to the people she loves. Jason begins to piece it together from fragments, offhand remarks, unexplained meetings, and her growing distance from Sonny's operations. His heart tightens with dread as the truth forms in his mind. Carly isn't waiting for justice to arrive. She intends to deliver it herself. When he finally confronts her, the air between them crackles with years of unspoken emotion. Carly's eyes reveal what her words cannot. She's terrified, not of Brennan, but of what she's becoming. Jason warns her in his quiet, deliberate way that this is not her battle to fight, that vengeance born from grief can consume everything it touches. But she doesn't listen. In Carly's mind, she has spent too many years cleaning up other people's messes to stand by now. She believes she can outsmart Brennan, that she can lure him into exposing himself without realizing that the same trap she's setting for him is slowly tightening around her. Jason knows that her stubbornness is both her strength and her curse, and for the first time, he begins to fear that saving Carly may mean losing her completely. Meanwhile, in another corner of Port Charles, Nina Reeves is preparing for a move that shocks even those who think they've seen the worst of her. Beneath her polished exterior, Nina is a storm waiting to break. Her every smile masks the gnawing guilt that never leaves her, the knowledge that she has caused more pain than she ever intended, and that every attempt to fix things seems to make them worse. Yet this time, she convinces herself that she can make it right. Her new plan, born from desperation, is aimed at helping Willow Tate, the daughter she's longed to connect with. To outsiders, it might seem like another attempt at redemption, but to those who know Nina best, it reeks of the kind of dangerous obsession that has destroyed her before. Nina's idea begins with good intentions. She wants to protect Willow from the mounting scandals surrounding Michael and the accusations tied to Drew's shooting. She believes that if she can eliminate the chaos, if she can remove the threats circling Willow, then maybe, finally, she'll be forgiven. But Port Charles has a way of punishing those who try to play savior. Every step Nina takes only digs her deeper into trouble. She crosses boundaries that can't be uncrossed, makes promises she can't keep, and allies herself with people whose loyalty lasts only as long as their convenience. In her quest to save her daughter, Nina begins to resemble the very enemies she swore to destroy. The line between protection and manipulation blurs until even she can't tell the difference. Jason, unaware of the depth of Nina's scheme, continues his silent war against the ghosts of the past. He's caught between his duty to protect and his need to understand what drove Carly into this dangerous path. Each visit to her house ends in quiet stalemate, their shared history hanging in the air like smoke after a fire. Carly, despite everything, still sees Jason as her constant, her moral compass when the world tilts too far into chaos, but this time she refuses to let him steer her. She has seen what mercy does in Port Charles. It weakens you, makes you a target. She's convinced that if she doesn't destroy Brennan, he will rise again and crush everyone she loves. As the tension builds, whispers spread across the city. Brennan's name returns in backroom conversations, in coded messages intercepted by the WSB, in late-night calls Sonny refuses to explain. The walls are closing in, and Carly's actions threaten to expose not only her own plan but the fragile balance keeping Port Charles from erupting into war. Jason tries to clean up the mess quietly, but even he knows that once Brennan senses blood, there will be no hiding. The irony is bitter. Carly, always trying to protect her family, may have put them all in more danger than ever. Back at the Metro Court, Nina's plan begins to unravel spectacularly. What started as an effort to shield Willow from scandal becomes a tangled web of deceit that could land them both in legal and emotional ruin. She thinks she's maneuvering unseen, but her actions ripple outward, papers leaked to the press, private calls recorded, medical records misplaced in suspicious ways. The illusion of control fades quickly, replaced by chaos that threatens to expose her. And when the fallout hits, it won't just destroy her, it will drag Willow down too. By the time Jason realizes that Carly's mission intersects with Nina's mistakes, it's almost too late. Two women driven by guilt and love, both convinced they're doing the right thing, have set in motion a storm that could consume everyone. Carly's war with Brennan could trigger retaliation from forces that even Jason can't contain. Nina's desperate attempt to help Willow may hand her enemies the very weapon they need to destroy her for good. And as all of this unfolds, Jason stands at the crossroads once again, forced to choose between saving the woman who always finds new ways to break his heart and stopping another from shattering her own life in the name of love. Port Charles thrives on secrets, but this time, the secrets are personal. They are born from pain, loss, and the misguided belief that love can justify any sin. Jason's warning echoes through every storyline. Once you start down the path of revenge, there's no turning back. Carly and Nina, in their own ways, are proof of that truth. Both women are bound by guilt. Carly's over the people she couldn't save, and Nina's over the ones she hurt trying to love them. And both believe that if they can just fix one more thing, right one more wrong, maybe the ghosts will finally leave them in peace. But Port Charles never forgets, and it never forgives. As night falls over the city, the pieces are already moving. Brennan watches from the shadows, intrigued by Carly's recklessness. Sonny begins to suspect that the woman he once trusted most may be playing a dangerous game behind his back. Willow senses that Nina's sudden kindness hides something darker, while Jason braces for a confrontation that could destroy his last remaining friendship. In the quiet corners of the Metro Court and the dark alleys behind the docks, choices are being made, choices that will define who survives the next wave of betrayal. By the time the sun rises again, the fallout will begin. Friendships will fracture, alliances will shift, and redemption will become a word that no one can afford to believe in anymore. Because in Port Charles, even the purest intentions can turn deadly when love, guilt, and revenge collide. And this week, both Carly and Nina are about to learn that sometimes, the greatest danger doesn't come from your enemies, but from yourself.